Hey everybody, it's Mike from the Mike Wagner Show, powered by SoundCloud Studios. Visit online at soundcloudstudios.com for all your needs. Look at a professional website without breaking your budget. SoundCloud Studios is the answer. SoundCloud Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@soundcloudstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show, get 20% off your first project. SoundCloud Studios, take your image to the next level. Also, time to give official shout out to our official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international warring author Mia Molson-Zia. If you love fast-paced mysteries, you'll love Missing by Mia Molson-Zia, available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing is fast-paced and intriguing with an unforgettable twist. Takes place in 4 countries, 2 strangers, 1 target, where truth is an illusion and those you love will be the first to go missing. It's available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing by Mia Molson-Zia has garnered great reviews and even loved and enjoyed by Howard celebrities, including Joanna Cassidy, Forbes Riley, and many others. So grab your copy today of Fergo's Missing by Mia Molson-Zia, available on Amazon. Also, check out The Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com on over 30 podcast platforms, including Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also, Anchor FM, iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, Audible, Apple Music, and more. Don't forget to take The Mike Wagner Show with you on any mobile device. Subscribe to The Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel. Follow The Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today. And for great gift ideas, go to Amazon.com and check out The Mike Wagner Show podcast. T-shirts, pop sockets, throw pillows, tote bags. Make sure you order some for family and friends before they're gone. It's on Amazon.com. Check out The Mike Wagner Show podcast. And for more great gift ideas, go to Amazon.com/Mia Molson-Zia. Check out great books like Missing, Once, and Wrinkles. Also, great t-shirts, pop sockets, hoodies, also phone cases, and more. Amazon.com/Mia Molson-Zia. Check it out today. Also, support the Mike Wagner Show on Anchor FM, PayPal, and the MikeWagnerShow.com. Make sure you give generously today. We're here with a terrific duo, and we've got a special lady who's backed by popular demand on Mike Wagner Show. She holds degrees from Elizabethtown College and Oxford University, master's in journalism, and 11 years broadcasting, and she's did it in a top 55 market, TV news director, and America's highest rated. She helped out with the 2012 Olympics in London, chief operating officer of 25/8 Studios, and did Toyota ads, the Super Bowl recently, by the way. Well, not that recent. Paralympics in South Korea. She also filmed in parts of Haiti in 16 in the documentary Open Arms. She worked with countless celebs and began Fan Room Live with co-host Cedric the Entertainer. We'll get an update on that. And she's also working with a brand new company, and we have a partner that has also made it very possible for NFTs to really make it work. And we're going to be talking about that live, ladies and gentlemen, from the Plus Studios somewhere in the United States. The amazing lady who has brought us Fan Room Live and a lot more, and a gentleman who's taken NFT to a new level, which is called NFT Drop. Ladies and gentlemen, the Chief Operating Officer, Stacey Toy, and the CEO of NFT Drop, Gil Laureiro. Guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thanks for joining us, Stacey. Glad to join us once again.
Absolutely. That was a lot. And I want a pillow. That was fantastic.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. It's great. Yes, that's right. It's great to have you back, Stacey, and looking forward to an update. Gil, thanks for joining us as well, too, and talk about the amazing company. And of course, Stacey, we had you on last time. You talked about your amazing background in journalism, going to school at Elizabethtown and Oxford. You helped out the Olympics. You also did some commercials. You run a studio, and you worked with countless celebs. And Gil, you're also the Chief Operating Officer of NFT Drop, and you also got a lot to talk about as well, too. And before we get into all that, just tell us how you first got started. Stacey, give us a quick update and a quick recap of what you've done.
Okay, so I've been talking about NFT a lot of people for a lot of years, and everyone just told me I was crazy. And it just so happens that his IT director was also doing the same thing, talking about NFTs for a lot of years, getting involved. And he is a very smart businessman. I mean, he's done a lot of different things. He's grown companies and sold them for millions of dollars, actually made money, unlike a lot of business people out there. So he's smart enough. He has his niche, and he has a good eye. And so we all kind of got together, and holy moly, did it grow. I mean, it's kind of crazy. But it also helps that not a lot of people know how this stuff works. And so you always have to be ahead of the curve and ahead of the game. And it coincides and has very good synergy with the entertainment world. So
Hmm. And what inspired you guys to get into the NFT business?
Uh, just because it's like I said, he's a niche guy, and me and Rod, our IT person, we're just like crazy enough to always be like trying to look one step ahead. We like
Mhm.
to be in front of the train or on the train, not chasing after the train. So I'd rather fail and know that it wasn't going to work early. So why not?
And that's a good point as well too. We'll get to more about your other ventures as well too with FanRoo Live and Gil. You've been in the business for quite some time, as Stacey mentioned that you've also operated a number of businesses, made profits and everything like that. And tell us how you first got started before forming NFT Drop.
Well, yeah, to be honest, she's listening to Stacey, listening to Rod, my IT person. And, I started looking into it, and you're always looking for the next business. Okay. What is the next thing happening? And I started getting into the metaverse and all of that. And I started to realize this is not going away, guys. You know, this is here to stay. It's just a matter of either evolving with it or trying to catch up later. So, I looked at a lot of other companies, and you mainly see, if you look at a lot of NFT companies, it's a programmer, a programmer, a programmer, a techie, a techie, a techie. And the more I looked, the more I saw that repeatedly. And I started thinking, well, listen, we have Stacey Toy here, which is like the greatest marketing head there is. We have Rod, that is a tremendous programmer, and then we have me with the business experience. Now, what our company could offer, artists and clients, is a lot more than what an NFT company out there right now is doing. Right now, they just create an image you know, and they really go to auction after they mint it.
Mhm.
Our business plan is totally different. You have to market the product before you sell the product. You have to market the artist. So the artist gets, besides getting the NFT and all that other stuff done, they also get a whole bunch of marketing behind it, with it. And it's a big difference when you compare it to other companies.
And it's like all of the years in the entertainment industry and in the news industry, it's like it's all right here. So why not take the ball and run with it, I don't play football, but I'll play this.
Well, it looks like you could play some football, maybe even run a football team. And I'm sure you've got, there's, a couple of teams looking for owners or possibly, or maybe to sell or something. You can look into that. And if you do, I'll definitely get season tickets and, go to the games and do that. I'm sure we can talk about that later on as well, too. And Gil, before you started with NFT Drop, tell us about some of the other businesses you've run and how you first got started in the business world. It's like, go in the Wayback Machine, Sherman, Wayback Machine.
Way back.
Weird.
Well,
Go
I
way
guess
back, way back. Stacey, you know I'm talking about, Sherman, Wayback Machine, dial it up. So, or in the case
Well-
you living in England, Doctor Who, it's like getting the TARDIS.
Yes, yes.
Well, I started basically in sales back when I was 17, in the car lot. So something that I didn't like, but it was a good experience to know that's not what I wanted to do with my life. But then, I've been through sales. I was Army National Guard recruiter. Then also sold medical equipment, ultrasound equipment, hospitals, doctors, all that type of stuff. But before that, I had a mortgage company out of Pennsylvania. I had that for almost a decade until the bubble burst and, changed everything else. And that's when I went into medical. Then I connected and became partners with a physician that worked for me in one of the accounts that I was running for another doctor. And we decided to get together and create an ultrasound imaging center for women's health. And it's a bit different than a mobile service that's out there now. And, we started that in 2010. It took off. Like I joke, we started with a $72,000 investment and, ended up with a $24 million a year company. So
wow.
I do
phenomenal.
remember when I met Gil back in about 1999 through my father because they were both Freemasons. And I remember he brought the 3D imaging machine to this country town, which like none of the outsiders can bring things here. And how come New York has it? And like we didn't even have a paved road, but we had one of these. And I was always very impressed. He was always like able to do things that I thought were damn near impossible. So he was definitely somebody that I've looked up to in the business aspect. So of course, it's just, why wouldn't I want to work with that guy? I've been watching it for 20 years.
And that's amazing too. And I'm sure, Gil, you watched Stacey, with being a COO of 25/8 Studios as well too, and the Olympics and everything. And what have you learned from Stacey, and especially with her work in 25/8 Studios and maybe a little bit of FanRoo Live? And Stacey, you gotta get him on FanRoo Live. He'd be a great
Oh,
guest.
of course. But originally he reached out to me because he owns a CBD company, and I was in the CBD industry last year, and I still obviously am here and there. But he reached out to me, and that also ended up working out as well. So you never know.
Oh, exactly. Yeah. Andy, you thought about having him on FanRoo Live one day? What do you think?
Well, actually, his company is one of the sponsors. So yeah, Cedric said his name today, right on the show.
Oh my gosh, that is so amazing. And speaking of FanRoo Live, we talked about that. What's been the latest on FanRoo Live?
So we have so many really awesome guests coming this year. Today we did Beth Bears and Tashina Arnold and Cedric the Entertainer. They're all on the show The Neighborhood, which is like the #1 show on NBC. Cedric has since hosted the Emmys. I mean, everybody's we're in over 200 countries right now on different streaming platforms, and all over the place. I'm really excited about the guests that are coming up. So everybody stay tuned to fanroomlive.com, because I wish I could tell you right now, but you could see it like on the website like next week. But so, I really wish I could tell you now. But there is so many really cool people, and I get to interview them. So if I wasn't excited, then there'd be a problem.
Can I join?
Absolutely. We're actually going to be doing probably a media day with FanRoom with some potential NFT clients of ours and things like that. So yeah, stay tuned, Mike.
We certainly will do so. We'll talk more about NFT Drop as well too with Stacey and Gil. But first, listen to the Mike Wagner Show at the MikeWagnerShow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at SonicWebStudios.com for all your needs. Looking at a professional website without breaking your budget? Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs at below the competition rate. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. It's 1-800-303-3960, or email to support@SonicWebStudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show, get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios, take your image to the next level. Also, time to give official shout out to our official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international war-wearing author Mia Molson-Zia. If you love fast-paced mysteries, you love Missing by Mia Molson-Zia. Available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing is fast-paced and intriguing with an unforgettable twist. Takes place in 4 countries, 2 strangers, 1 target, where truth is an illusion and those you love will be the first to go missing. It's available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing by Mia Molson-Zia has garnered great reviews and even been endorsed by Howard celebrities, including Joanna Cassidy, Forbes Riley, and many others. So grab your copy today for Girls Missing by Mia Molson-Zia, available on Amazon. Also, check out the Mike Wagner Show at the MikeWagnerShow.com and over 30 podcast platforms. Take the Mike Wagner Show with you on any mobile device. Subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel. Follow the Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today. And for great gift ideas, go to Amazon.com and check out the Mike Wagner Show podcast. And for more great gift ideas, go to Amazon.com/Mia Molson-Zia for great books, cool merchandise, and more. Amazon.com/Mia Molson-Zia. Check it out today. Also support the Mike Wagner Show on Anchor FM, PayPal, and the MikeWagnerShow.com with your generous donation. Make sure you do so today. We're here with 2 amazing people from NFTDrop.com. We have Gil Laureiro, the CEO of the company, and the Chief Operating Officer is Stacey Toy. We had her on the show. She was also the COO of 25/8 Studios and a lot of ventures here on the Mike Wagner Show, and teaming up, talk about the NFT drop. And of course, you just have a lot going on. So tell us more about NFT drop and your main focus, who you're targeting, and also what do you have to offer as well in terms of NFT drop, and of course, talk about what is NFT.
Oh, I knew that question was coming. I hate that question. What is an NFT? It took me 5 years to figure out what an NFT was. So, I can't sum it up in 5 minutes, but it's essentially something that is here to stay. It's a non-fungible token. It's like a digital trading card, but just like a car, you kind of have to learn how it works. And if Walmart and Amazon and Apple didn't spend billions of dollars building their own metaverses and NFTs and tokens, then I'd say that, yeah, you could tell me I'm crazy, but I really, I implore you to look into it more, because I actually would like if somebody could come and tell me what an NFT is in 5 minutes or less. No, all jokes aside, it's anything from arts to farts, and that's what I do say. 'Cause
Arts of farts. I like that.
I mean, like, you can make a fart an NFT. It could be a picture. It could be anything. Literally, music, film. I mean, there's so many platforms for everything. It's a whole new world, and so it's very, like I said, synergistic to work in this world, because I already have all of my connections with the entertainment industry and with Hollywood, and working all over the world in news and journalism. So everything that I've collaborated and collected and told everybody happy birthday and Merry Christmas for all those years, it's all paying off. And that's one of the perks of being able, I am one of these people who likes to learn a lot. And so people trust that I'm going to know at least a little bit of what I'm talking about. And so it's been really fun and exciting, because essentially you just come up with ideas and they don't say no. It's like, the crazier the idea, the more on track you are. You know what I mean? Like I said, if you could fart in a jar and make all this money off of it, I know the one fart in a jar was going for $110.
Really?
Yeah,
Boy, that stinks.
The girl ended up in the hospital because her diet was like messing with her insides. But like,
Ooh.
like you really had to, whatever. The point is that people paid the money. I think on the first day they sold like 98 of them. So
Wow.
people are buying stuff, and it's about the resale and the value. And so we are working on projects with some former producers from Death Row. It's everything from old pictures to new music to art, whether it's animated series, documentary
Mhm.
series, and I can have my hand in so many things because my job is to delegate. Like, that's what a producer does. So you can wear many hats, because I'm the person who kind of takes what you need and gets it for you and gives you the person. And so I could do this all day and
Mhm.
make my calls. So everyone's like, how do you do so much? Like, it's just really who you know, and being able to have that relationship to call them and to work together. And it just kind of works, because in this industry people need news and they need the connections. And so honestly, so many people have come to me that I haven't really had to go out and do much. It's pretty nice. Right now we have a 3-month waiting list, just for new clients coming in. So I mean, I couldn't ask for anything better. It's been great. But we're excited and we want to do the best work. And
Mhm. And it sounds like it too. I was just going to mention that Chris Glove Taylor signed on with you. That's the big news for you. Congratulations.
yes, I'm excited. It's explosive, like his one song. He's worked with everybody from Dr. Dre to Tupac to Ice-T, and it's straight from, he was in the movie Breakin', if you remember, in 1984. So he's like one of the original OGs. And no, it's not on streaming services, so I can't even say go and look for it. It's like available on eBay if you want to buy an old copy. But I'm
On
just
eBay,
saying,
I don't know if I remember my account anymore on eBay. That's the
uh,
problem.
it's Ice-T was in it he was one of Ice-T's first movies. So, I mean, that's where they all got to, and he's worked with Snoop and Death Row and all of the greats, the people I grew up with. So I've definitely asked him for some fun stories, because I'm clearly not gangster, I mean, like, I'm a rural country white girl. So, but no, it's been fun, and everybody's been very respectful, and it's been exciting to see it. And so of course we want to do the best work. I mean, these are the people that inspired me growing up, and why wouldn't I want to
Mhm.
pay them back with the best?
Oh, and of course, being at the best as well, too. Everybody wants to get involved in the NFTs. You talk about what an NFT and everything is. And how does one start up an NFT account, and how does one purchase an NFT and buying and selling?
Call us, then you find out, because if I told you, then I guess we wouldn't be needed, would we? And plus it would take everybody just way too much. Like I said, Rod and I have literally, I mean, here, hand me that book right there. We've literally studied everything, even NFTs for dummies. There you go. There's a secret, kids. If you want to know it's a thick book. It's a thick book. So it's not like it's it's easy. But yeah, you call us, because then we'll take it. We handle everything from the beginning to the end and everything in between.
And you also sold a lot of things too. And you also specialize, having a focus on tangible NFT memorabilia, digital wearables to drive revenue streams as well too. And maybe some of the other things. And I know you don't specialize farts in a jar, whatever else, or John Lennon's fingernails or anything like that. You know what? That's a good
Doesn't
idea.
come to
Maybe
me.
I just maybe I take a jar and just spin it and sell for $100. Stuff
Like you're
like.
one of the top 50 in LA and in New York. So, it could go for something. You know what I mean? See what I mean? Not every idea is stupid in this world. It's great.
Oh, exactly too. And of course, what else you guys sell as well too. It's just like, like the fact, the wearables and everything. And even like with cars, I'm sure too. And I mean, I'd buy a car from Mia Gill. It's like I could have done that long time ago. So
Well, the NFTs, you buy the car NFT, you could buy jewelry, all the same things. But
Right.
then if you pay the extra, then you'll get the real thing in real life. But ultimately, clothes, real estate, all that kind of stuff is for investment purposes in the metaverse.
Right. And Mike, you also got to understand the same thing that like you have everything you have here in the real world, people are want to have in the meta world. You know what I mean? On the metaverse. They're going to have the little house, they're going to have their apartments or whatever, and they're going to want to have the artwork, or they want to say, okay, I have this NFT, which is hypothetically whatever it's Rambo's. Okay, so people will buy it just to be able to display it on their meta worlds, in their homes and stuff like that. Plus, it's also an asset as long as there is a value to it. As long as somebody's willing to pay you for it, NFTs are an asset. And so far, they've been a tremendous asset.
Yeah, the person who bought the house next to Snoop Dogg's in the metaverse paid $450,000 just for the metaverse house.
Right.
Wow.
So, I mean, yeah. I'm not dropping that much money for a fake house, but fraternities are buying cul-de-sacs and they're having concerts. People are going to school there already. I mean, it's happening, man. It's happening. It's like I tell my dad.
They said the number one job in the metaverse right now is being a casino host.
Yes.
Interesting. A casino host. Yes.
Yeah. So virtually, you welcome the new guests that are coming into the casino and you show them the casino floor and show them how to use the casino machines to gamble. That's their job. And that's a full-time job right now in the metaverse. Anybody can go there, sign up.
But if you get a job there, give us a call and let us know how it is, because I'm just curious.
Definitely. Yeah.
We're certainly do so. And you mentioned about casinos as well, too. How does it differ from the traditional casinos like in Las Vegas, Atlantic City, or like, anywhere in the world, Monte Carlo or wherever?
It's video game.
Yeah, it's just online gaming. That's all it is. I mean, they already have it. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we just want to make sure people don't get confused. They go to Las Vegas like, I'm supposed to do this on NFT, stuff like that. So it's good to educate. And of course, my kids get into games and everything else. And that's where all got started and everything. So yeah, gaming's been the way to go. And just some other things, you can buy housing, you can buy cars and real estate and everything with NFTs. What are some of the things you can't buy with NFTs? And what are some things you're working on you can be able to buy with NFTs?
Well, no hitmen, and I'm not doing black market stuff. That's completely out. But I know some of them, like the Bored Ape ones, for example, they come with the yacht club memberships and stuff. So they usually come with perks and things that you can resell so that the asset is worth something. So like when you buy a Picasso for your virtual real estate home, that ups the value with that. If you added Ferrari to it, that ups the value of all of that. But, I mean, you can pick and choose what you want. It's just don't be dumb. I mean, like,
what's dumb?
What? Well, I'm not going to send you like, feces in a bag or any of that kind of stuff, so I guess that's off limits. I'm not going to, no dating for me. So don't ask anybody. And no, I'm not going to be on Tinder. I'm not on Tinder.
Darn it! I had some friends lined up that was going to ask you up. I guess that's out of the question. I'm kidding.
Okay, I get it, but I figure I got to throw it out there anyway. But yeah, I mean, it's literally like making things up as they go, because everything is so different. Like we have somebody who brings a song to us, and they could be from a certain genre and have another genre of the person, and it's just like, oh, let's do this and this and this and this. Oh, what's the it's literally talking. So you got to communicate, and everybody is heard, and it's really cool. I feel excited about what I'm doing again, which is, it's been a long time. Live news was like that for me, because it's like you can't breathe. It's like, and now it's kind of the same, and it's more exciting, but it's cool because like I'm one of the bosses now, so I know I'm not gonna get yelled at as much.
Except for Gil. So what do you got to say about that, huh?
Yeah. Well, I have assets. I have my assets that he needs. So, we got to be nice to each other because he's smart and I have connections.
There you go.
Everything balances out,
Yeah.
We each have a skill that the others don't. So that's, I think, one of the greatest things this company has.
And of course, another thing that came up as well too, besides music, games, real estate, and everything else. What about animals? Can you purchase them on NFT? Even like cats, dogs, birds, even like say cattle, horses, sheep, or anything like that, or like exotic birds, exotic wildlife, exotic sea creatures, sea mammals, and all that. Can you buy animals?
You can have a hamster named MC Hamster. You can have whatever you want. That's right. What those Tamagotchis were for in the 90s. Practice for this day.
Oh my! I didn't think about that. The Tamagotchis. My kids had those back in the day. It's like you really brought a flashback to that. Tamagotchis. Oh my God. Oh,
it just flew out of my mouth. So see what I mean about communication? It's
you know what? That inspires me. I'm about to dig some up. I'm about to sell them. I'll do it on eBay first, and I'll take it to NFT. I think I'll do every way possible the Tamagotchis. You brought that up really good.
Yep, you can kill them and they still come back. It's great. It's same in the metaverse. So, and you could beat people up in the metaverse. Like they have but nobody gets hurt. It's
physically. No.
I mean, maybe their ego or something.
Right.
But I mean, as far as that, it's not like gangsters rampant running around, but you do have, it's a world. So it's something that it's going to happen, but you just walk away from it.
And what else can you tell us more about NFT Drop and, how they differ from everything else? What else can you also add to that as well?
Well, I've told you we could do freaking everything, Mike. What else do you want?
or maybe buy us a pizza and a drink or something. Can you do that through NFTs?
You sure can. You sure can. But it's probably better if you do it in real life when it comes to pizza.
Okay, good. Because I was going to do a thing through NFT. I want you to send me a New York slice and also a drink as well too of your choice. So I want that through CyberSpace and NFT. Okay, well, you guys can work.
How are you going to resell that though? Because it's about the resale.
Oh, that's a good question. But you know what? I like to have it by Domino's in 30 minutes or less, just like Domino's.
Okay. Maybe don't eat it then. Set it aside, and then you can resell it to somebody else who wants a pizza. Now you're thinking.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. Buying and selling, reselling, and everything like that. And, you just got amazing stuff. Where can we find more about NFT Drop, and how can people get more information or to sign up?
Sure. I think we have about 300 publications out right now, announcing the Krista Glove Taylor, and I know they did some interviews with me and with Rod, and with Gail as well. So those will be coming out, but you can follow me on Facebook. I'm at Stacey Toy, STACEY TOY. If you forget the E, somebody else is going to get it, and I won't for about 6 or 8 months. I'm on Instagram. You can follow me on Fanroom Live. But we also have at NFT Drop LLC on Facebook and on Instagram. We're just getting started with all of that because that's my job. And of course, I've been passing the ball around a lot. So we're going to get more up on that. But we're coming out with press releases every other day. And I'm so excited to be able to tell you what's coming up, because there's like so much cool stuff. Like I said, we have a 3-month waiting list right now with clients. So I just can't wait to tell everybody, but please follow between NFT Drop and Fanroom Live, because there's some really good stuff. We've been working hard, and I'm proud.
Oh, and speaking of coming up, we'll find out what's coming up with Stacey and Gil of NFTDrop.com in just 1 minute. You listen to the Mike Wagner Show at the MikeWagnerShow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at SonicWebStudios.com for all your needs. Also brought to you by our official sponsor, the Mike Wagner Show, International Warring Author, Me and Molson Zia Missing, available on Amazon and paperback and ebook. We'll be back with Stacey Toy and Gil Laureiro of NFTDrop.com after this time out. We're back with Stacey Toy and Gil Laureiro of NFT Drop here on the Mike Wagner Show. And Stacey, it's good to hear from you again. Gil, thanks for joining us. You guys are both amazing. You guys make a great team, and you talked about a lot of great plans. What else is coming up for you guys in 2022 and beyond?
Honestly, I am excited to say that I have no idea, and that makes me happy because everybody always asks me, where do I see myself in 5 years and 10 years? And it started to get old for me because I started to, either end up in a better place or fulfill my goal a lot sooner. And honestly, I've done a lot of the stuff that I've always really wanted to do. I've traveled the world. I've met all these people. I've, walked the Grammys, done the Olympics. I've been working really, really hard my whole life. So I'm really excited to tell you that I have no idea. And it's so exciting and fun. I mean, good things.
And Gil, how about you? What can you expect in 2022 and beyond?
Oh God, it's as she said, it's very hard to predict, but I can tell you that is, nothing but the sky. That's for sure.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Even if we fail, we've done so much. I mean, at this point, and so I mean, you can't fail when you have a good team, when you're constantly staying up on the information, when you have made these relationships that have lasted through the years. Like Krista Glove Taylor came from Rod Thompson, who you've also interviewed on your show, our chief technical officer. He worked at Death Row, with Digital Underground, at Paramount Pictures. I mean, his background is amazing too. I'm so proud of all the stuff that he's done in the industry as well. I mean, people don't work with you in the 80s and then come back and choose you. I know Krista Glove Taylor had been looking around for 2 years for an NFT company to sign with. And after our call, he signed with us. So he said he knew what we were talking about. He himself knew, what questions to ask us. And we were very pleasantly surprised because a lot of people are like, we have no idea what we're talking about. And it's like, great, this is going to be awesome. It's still scary because then I never want to disappoint people either. And I don't want them to feel like, we're duping them or anything. And obviously we're not those people. But it's fun to educate people along the way as well, because then they start coming up with new ideas, and then that's just more money and more projects. And so it all comes together.
And right. There's also a lot of fraudulent companies out there at this time. So being able to separate yourself from the rest because you're doing the right thing and you're doing the right business is the only way to do business in my book. So
yeah, you can always make more money, but you can't make or buy the relationships and all of that stuff that we've earned.
And your integrity.
Your character is everything. And I've always said that.
Mm-hmm. And that's certainly a very good point. You guys really hit it on the head. You guys know what you're talking about, and we wish you all best. You guys are great. And who do you consider biggest influences in your career? So Gil, let's start with you.
Biggest influencer in my career. It's tough. I just like challenges. I like building, that's my passion. That's, people build buildings or houses. I build businesses. That's like I tell my friends, that's my hobby. That's not my job. That's my hobby,
And I'm sure, Stacey, you can attest to that. And of course, y'all big influences as well, too.
Absolutely. I would like to one day write a For Dummies book about something. So I'm always keeping notes of things. But I mean, other than that, sky's the limit, and I'm excited about it.
Mm-hmm. And certainly do. And what's the best advice you guys can give to anybody at this point?
No make shame.
That is a good one.
My dad said that to me every day. No make shame.
And Gil, the best advice?
I tell you what, my motto is the more we help people get what they want, we get what we want without asking. Yeah. And to me, that's the way to live.
And don't be an asshole.
Oh, you hit that right on the head, Stacey.
You think it's easy, like it seems simple.
It does, don't it?
But we learn.
That's right. And of course, great advice as well from the dynamic duo Stacey Toy and Gil Laureiro of NFT Drop here on the Mike Wagner Show. Guys, a very big thank you for your time. You've been totally terrific. Stacey, great to hear from you and looking forward to having you guys back. Once again, tell us about your upcoming projects, what's your website, how do people contact you, and where can people simply get involved with NFT Drop and more?
NFT Drop LLC at Facebook and on Instagram, and Stacey Toy, STACEYTOY, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter. He's at Gil Laureiro. Good luck spelling his last name because he does I before E except after C. It doesn't follow the rules. But yeah, Toy's easy, and NFT Drop that's what you do. You drop the NFT when it comes out. So NFT Drop LLC.
Yes.
We certainly will do so. Guys, a very big thank you for your time. You've been absolutely terrific. Looking forward to having you again soon. Keep us up to date. Keep in touch. We'd love to have you back. We definitely wish you all the best. And guys, you've got a great future ahead of you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you for having us.
I love you, Mike Wagner.
Yeah.